All right, so I've been asked a few times in the YouTube comments at shows, what do you guys have to do to the tip over sensors on these bikes to make it so that when you get all the way to a 12 o'clock wheelie, the computer doesn't think you're flipping over in a crash and shut the bike off on you. So I'm going to show you real quick on the R3 here where that's located and what we do, and then we're also going to do it on the FZ07 to demonstrate how I actually do it, because the R3 it's done already, so you can't really do what I'm about to show you twice, and you'll see why. So we're going to take the R3 apart, show you where it's located, and then we're going to do the tip over sensor on the FZ7. So on the R3, got your seat, got to unlatch it, get your key, mine's down here, ding, ding, bada bing, bada boom. Seat removal, step plate. I already undid the two little screws that held that plastic plate on there. And then, if I remember correctly, let's shove this guy back in there. Yeah, so here's my tip over sensor. So stock, this sensor would be all the way, where was it? Yeah, it was bolted somewhere back here within the stock plastic, like this, with the up going that way. So what you're gonna do is so right now, as you can see, it doesn't matter where it goes, because you're gonna take it apart and super glue it together so that it can't work anymore. So let me take this apart and show you guys how this thing actually works. What you're gonna do is you take this sensor out, unplug it, push that little pin, pull that out, and normally it would come out. However, there's a little bit of super glue residue from when I did the tip over sensor, so it will not come out. So, tip over sensor is located in the R3. We're gonna demonstrate how to properly disable it in the FZ07. This process will be the exact same: R3, FZ07, FZ09, MT10, any bike that has this style tip over sensor, this will work for. I know on some older bikes like the F4i, for example, you just like tie two wires together. I don't know if you can tie the wires together on this to make it work. This is just always the method that me and my brother have gone with, as it just has worked well for us. Got a little 3mm. Careful not to lose those. Set it right there. Not really in the best spot to work on this bike. Just want to do this real quick to show you guys, because someone asked for it and they can't find a video, so I'm going to make a video. So I actually haven't even done this one yet, so this is new to me. See what we got to get out of the way here to get this guy out. Oh. Gonna need a flathead. Flathead. I'm gonna pop this inner white clip out and then slide the inside out. Okay. So I snapped that thing out. It's kind of a pain. Just be careful you don't break it. Pry it out, and then this thing will literally just almost to the point fall out, but you might need to get a little needle nose or something just to snag that little guy in there. It's gonna fall apart like this. You're gonna pull it, slide, grab one of those little things, and carefully just pull on it. It'll slide right out. It'll go O-ring, and then this is the actual tip over sensor. Magnet goes away. Oh no. Bike shuts off. So you're gonna want, I'll show you better this way. The magnet is over, the bike has signal and it's running. When this piece, you're gonna wheelie and it crashes, it's gonna turn, therefore no connection, bike shuts off. So you're gonna glue it in the on position is what's going to happen here. So it kind of requires 2 fingers. I'll show you guys the done product in 1 second. Here's a better angle of explaining it. So up, that's how it would be sitting in the motorcycle. As you can see, this slid out this way. So the magnet is over the magnetic part on the sensor. So we're gonna glue it in that exact fashion. We're gonna lay it flat, get it all nice and set up. As you can see, it spins nice and freely and then gets stuck on the magnetic part, and that's in the run position. So we're just gonna goober it all full of super glue and put it back together. Got the DAP rapid fuse glue. We're gonna super glue it like so. Need a tripod. And it doesn't matter if you get glue in the sensor, guys. So I'm gonna put this down for a second so I can do a good job and show you in 1 sec what it looks like all glued up. As you can see, I just filled it with super glue. And I'm just being very still so that it dries the magnet over the sensor. And I'm going to put a little more on in a couple seconds here once I can turn it around. Better coverage, I just don't want to flip it over right now and have the thing move on me because it's not quite dry yet. So you can let it dry for a couple seconds, then turn around and put a little more glue on the backside. So just filled the whole sensor with glue. And now I'm going to shove it back in while it's full of glue so that it just dries in there. And that's why, as you can see on the R3, you can't get it out. So just going to lather it up with glue and slide it back in and hold it in the upright position for a couple of minutes. So I just shoved it back in full of glue. And I'm just going to hold it like this for a little bit. Set it down on the table. Let it dry, and that's it. Got to mention, we are not liable for any injuries you may sustain while disabling safety features like the tip over sensor. This is just an instructional how-to video. Use your own discretion and have this performed by someone you trust if you are not feel you have the required skills to do so. However, it is a pretty easy mod to do if you're wanting to wheelie your bike. So again, just take the sensor apart, glue it, and that's all you got to do. One thing always worth checking, make sure you did it right. I have glued them one time in the off position, believe it or not. So we're gonna go walk over here quick, plug it back in and make sure it works. So final step, make sure she runs. I hope this video was informative in helping everyone who's having problems figuring out what to do with the tip over sensor on a Yamaha motorcycle. If you have any questions about our stunt setups or our bikes, please drop a comment and we'll do our best to get a video made as fast as possible. Cheers. As you can see, we got a mint 700 build coming your way, guys. So all you FZ7 riders out there, get ready. We're gonna be doing a full build, sprockets, handbrakes, everything. Controls, these are going, everything's going. So gonna be a cool FZ7 build series coming up, so you guys are gonna want to stick around for that.